How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. We all got to sleep in. We're going to go over this proposal here real quick. I'm only going to go live for about 35 minutes here. And then after that, I got to get going. But just wanted to go over these proposals, make everybody be able to understand what they're voting for, make it very, very simple. I'm just going to go straight into this video. I'm not really going to wait for people to jump in today. So let's just get right into this one. Of course, Murphy needs attention now. So proposal number 1 here. Currently what's going on with this is when you had Wanda Group in AMC, they had a lot of power. They changed the structure around a lot to benefit them in more of a corporate, ownership type role. Well, what this is doing is giving more power to the shareholders in a lot of these proposals, which is very good. And this makes sorry, God, buddy, stop. He's been pulling my chair this whole time. All right, sorry about that. All right, so what this number 1 does here is currently what happened is Wanda, when they took over, they didn't want to sit there and have to keep on voting in their guys, voting in their board members every year. So they set up a three tier type system for the management. This puts them all into one class, and what that will end up doing is making it so every single one on the board will be up for an annual. God, I'm so sorry. He is distracting the crap out of me right now. They'll be up for an annual election, basically. So this is an amazing idea. What this does is it makes it so every single board member will be up for an election every single year instead of 3-year terms. Now think about that. If you had your politicians up for re-election every single year, they need to be on their A game all the time. They need to be doing their job because they know they can be voted out basically at the end of the year every single time. Instead of having these 3-year cushy terms, they can fuck around. We're done with that crap, dude. We need these people in here on our board that want to get in, get ideas in, get the company successful, make sure their name's being put out there because they're doing so damn well. That's what we want. We want board members that are, like I said, every single year are up for election. Stop, baby. They're up for election. This is number 1. I am 100% for. Like I said, the reason it was this way is because Wanda didn't want to sit there and keep putting their people up for election all the time. They didn't want to have to take that risk. And at that point, they're gone. Fuck them. So this number 1, I am 100% for. Number 2, this basically says that if number 1's approved, we're going to start with these guys. These are all 9 guys here. If you guys don't like some of these people, like I said, I know a lot of people. I'm not going to name some people on this that people hate. I can point to every single one. But if you guys really want some people out, you guys can go ahead and make that heard here now. But what this does, number 2, is if we say yes to number 1, it resets the terms to the 1-year terms. It's like setting the clock now for those guys. So they all have their 1 year. And at next point, they're going to be up for election again next year. So this is great. This basically sets the clock. So if you say yes to 1, you like the board members, this like Baker said, this is like their contract resetting over to the 1-year term with number 2. Number 3 is another thing that I really like because before it again has to do with Wanda and the way that they had it set up for the system and not being able to. The only way that it was set, because Wanda wanted to have so much control that they wanted people to only be able to be heard during the annual meetings. So a lot of this looks to me like it's getting rid of a lot of the Wanda-based setup of the system, which is good. That's great. So what this does is for the special meetings, that provisions too and stuff that we'll get into here in a second. But this does the written consent. So we don't need to have special meetings every year to get our voices heard. What we can do is if they get enough of a consent from us, we don't have to we can take action without having to wait for an annual thing and then vote on it. So that gives them the ability to say, hey, we want to do this. We can say yes right away. That gives AMC the ability also to get things done quicker. So I'm for this one. This gives us more say because like I said, we're not heard only once a year during these annual meetings. You're heard whenever we have a mass majority writing into consent to an action. So this gives us like we have more say in the company and more ability. So I do highly recommend you say yes to this one. Number 4, So let's say number 3 happens. Well, what you don't want to have happen then are Ethans, okay? You don't want these group of Ethans coming over. Oh, man, we got fucking 1,000 of us. We're all going to come over and we have even 1,000 of us, but we have a total of 0.0000001% of the company, and we want to sit here and fucking waste time all the time. So what this wants to do is make sure you have a 20% total voting before you can go ahead and call these special meetings. What this does is this gives us the ability to call special meetings, because currently right now it's just the board members. But this makes it so if we can get 20% of voting, we're able to call these. This is what you want. But like I said, you don't want it to where you have fucking little Ethan groups running around. You don't want small minority of Ethan stockholders coming around going every 10 seconds. Because could you imagine? Look how much time they wasted with the judge. Could you fucking imagine if they could do that to AMC? They would need to literally have people sitting there. A guy would need to be hired just to deal with Ethan every fucking day and those guys. So I mean, like I said, this makes it so it's not so goddamn hard for the shareholders to be heard. A lot of these. This makes it so we have the ability to call, like I said, action. We don't need to wait a whole year for these annual meetings. This makes it so, number 1, like I said, this keeps them on their toes. You're up for election every year. You're all under one tier, and that's a yearly election tier. You don't get different class where you get a year, you get 2, you get 3. No. Everybody's a 1-year term with Proposal 1. All of these are great so far. Number 5. This is where I say, stick it up your ass. Hell no. Fuck no. I don't give a fuck. No. No. There's nothing they can say to me. And then when I read their reasonings, it's like, stick it up your ass. I'm not dealing with this shit. No. Absolutely fucking not. Nope. They want to basically like take their liability away. Fuck, they can stick it up their ass. Nope. Nope. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to keep saying fuck no. Hell no. Nope. And then you read their reasoning why. And you come down there like, it can help us. It goes, well, it can help us focus on our jobs better because we don't have to worry about these frivolous lawsuits, and it'll help us with recruiting because now we can get better people they can come into. Nope. Stick it up your ass. Absolutely not. No. You are going to be liable. You break it, you buy it. Fuck off. I'm not even going to... I'm just going to post a link here. You guys can read into number 5. But no. Fuck no. Hell no. 1 through 4, I'm 100% yes. But number 5, no. I'm not going to let them sit there and be like, well, we don't want to have to worry about frivolous lawsuits and this and this. I don't give a fuck. Do your job right and you won't have to worry about them. Correct? Sorry, number 5 it kind of irked the shit out of me because it's like, get out of here with this trash. But number 1 through 4 is amazing. It's all helping us. It all gives us more say in the company, and that's what we need. We need to get rid of this their structure, their setup, the way they had it all. Oh, we got to make sure we always have control in this and this and this. Well, they're not here anymore, so none of this makes fucking sense, and it gives us more control, more power. Number 6, I'm pretty damn sure it's just the accounting firm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in the... There. Yeah, it's the accounting firm. Just say yes to this. The hassle and just the amount of work and bullshit that AMC would have to do just to go get a new accounting firm, it's just not worth it, dude. It's not. They're going to have to sit there and instead of focusing on things that they need to focus on in the company, improving this, more revenue, they're going to have to be focusing on this. It's going to be a massive fucking project to get this switched over. They've been there forever. Just fuck them. Just say yes to this accounting firm. I don't care. Like I said, it's more of a pain in the ass on what we would have to end up going through than what we would end up doing. So... Number 5, they wanted to be not held accountable for all that shit. Fuck that. So that's a no. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all yes. It gives us more say in the company. It like I said, if you weren't here before, number 1 makes it so instead of them having 3-year terms, they go to 1-year terms. That's fucking incredible. That's what we need to do on our politicians as well. Good. You have 1-year terms. If you fuck off, I'm going to get you out. And then they give us written consent. Sweet. Hey, guess what? I don't have to wait till the meeting to get you out, bitch. We can get enough shareholders, and if you're not doing your job halfway, I can now vote you out. We can now get written consent to just get you out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm all yes for. Number 5, they can fuck off. Number 6, yes, because again, you don't want them to have to go through the giant project of just getting a new accounting firm. That alone is going to be like a big fucking deal. Now, number 7, this is their compensation. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. If you don't think that they're doing a good job, don't fucking give them their compensation pay. We own the company. Buddy, stop chewing on my chair. He's out of control again. Buddy, please, you have a bone right next to you, sweetheart. Compensation. If you don't think they're doing a good job, don't fucking give them it. It's very simple. This is one of the things that we have as shareholders. You have the ability to get your voice heard. If you don't think that they're doing a good enough job, show them it with their fucking raises. Don't fucking give them one. Say, guess what? Guess what? We're going to say no for now. But since we have written consent, if you guys can get the company profitable over $100 million for the next couple of quarters, yeah, you deserve a raise. Whatever you guys want to do with compensation, I'm not going to tell you whatever you want to do or not. If you think Adam Aaron and them are coming up with brand new revenue streams every time you turn around, they're coming up with new partnerships, concerts, partnering with college. They're now coming out with their own. He's talking about wine, which will lead to distilleries, which will lead to their own alcohol and their own bars. Whatever you think they're doing, you vote that way. I'm not going to sway you one way or another on this one. But number 5 is a fuck no. Everyone, it's a fuck no. Nope. I don't give a fuck. You can't give us in. Number 5 is a no. Hell no. Number 7, you do you. Number 8. Number 8, I'm going to tell you, I don't know how I want to vote this one, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you the pros and I'm going to tell you the cons of this one because, I mean, there is pros and there is cons to both of them, but I feel like this is the one thing because that is weird to me because in the first couple proposals, they're giving us back the say. They're giving us back the power compared to the board members being able to do everything. Now we can hold the meetings. We can go ahead and do written consent. We can, without a meeting, so we can have more say. We're putting them on notice with the 1-year terms. And right now on number 2, like I said, number 2, if you don't want to vote on each one of these individuals, because you're going to be able to vote on these individuals. You're going to be able to vote on these people. I know a lot of people hate this guy. I know a lot of people hate this fucking guy. I know a lot of people look into their past. You want to do that? I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to keep and not keep on the fucking board. You guys do whatever you want to do. We're a publicly traded company. So whatever you guys want to do, that's what we got to do. It's best for us. If you guys think that these certain individuals are fucking tied to the crypto, you don't think they're doing a good job, fuck them. The accounting firm, what about it? Are you talking about the accounting firm's number 6, dude? Number 6 is the accounting firm. Just say yes. It's you don't want to sit here and keep on changing accounting firms. Like I said, it's just such a fucking hassle for them to have to go through all that shit. So just say yes on the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, I'm saying yes on. 7, you do you. Here's the thing. They're going to say if you don't give them the money on number 7, they're not going to be able to go out and recruit high-end executives. They need to get high-end executives. They need to have compensation packages. They need to have this for them. So if you think AMC needs that to, get other high-end executives, pay these guys, if you think they're doing a great job, like I said, I'm not going to tell you to say no. Do I think it's going to hinder them if we don't give them a raise right this second? No. Do I think that if we say yes to the written consent and we can give them a raise later on? Yeah, why not? We can give it to them a couple of 5 months, 6 months down the road when we're very, very profitable. or whatever you guys want to do. Like I said, it's up to everybody else. The compensation thing, I'm not going to say my opinion, because no matter what I say, somebody's going to fucking twist it around. But I know, and I agree with a lot of people. These guys have made a lot of money. They've made a fucking lot of money. They have been selling shares. Now their response is that's how they make their salary. But at the same time, like I said, you guys do you. Number 8. Let's get to number 8, though. Now, number 8. This talks about how this would give them the ability. Let's say they're having an annual meeting and they go ahead and they want to do a whole bunch of proposals. And let's say they didn't have the votes in their way. Let's say not enough people voted, or they didn't feel that they had enough votes to, accurately represent, the company. They can push, things off. Or they feel that they're getting no votes, but they say, hey, we can tell people, we can explain it to them better to make them help them understand why we need these, so we can delay the annual meeting to get the votes we want. This gives them the ability to do that, postpone it, adjourn it, set it to a later date. So this could be good or bad, because a lot of people are mad that, hey, they had these clauses where all these people that didn't vote just didn't say yes, or were changed to yeses. Well, they could say, hey, we didn't get enough votes, so we can push it back to get a better accurate number. And then, maybe votes will sway a different way, yes or no. I don't, whatever more, once more people realize more information. But this thing, I mean, this does give AMC ability against its shareholders as well, because if we feel, a certain type of way, like if they say that we're not going to get the votes because we think our shareholders are against it, they can push it back. So then they don't implement the changes on grounds that they say, hey, we think we can convince you later on to do this. So at this point, I'm kind of on the... I mean, I'm more on the no fence on this, on number 8 as well. Because it's like, I don't want us to feel a certain way and then them to be like, oh, let's just wait. And then it's something that's important. You know what I mean? Or here's the thing that really makes me want to say no to this when I really truly think about it. Let's say that we want to get a board member off. Well, we're going to vote that. We're going to need to do that during the meeting, right? Unless we can get the written consent. Well, let's say we want to vote somebody off, and then they say, well, we're going to push the meeting off for a couple more months to try to convince us, and things like that. That's what I don't want them to be able to do, is be like, hey, we're getting wind that one of us might be voted out of here. Let's delay it. Just things like that. So I'm more towards the no on number 8. Because at this point, I want us, all of these votes right now, all of this stuff right now, I want us having more say in the company. That's what we need. These votes where it's like, well, if we don't like what you guys think, we can postpone it. Well, I don't need you to postpone what we want as a majority. Number 1, I want these guys on 1-year terms. I want them all classified under one class. I don't need a 1-year class, a 2-year class, a 3-year term class. 1-year fucking term class for everybody. This keeps them all on their toes. Just a quick recap. This keeps them all on their toes. This makes sure everybody knows they got their 1-year terms, and this is exactly what we want. Number 2, this starts their term. If you don't like certain people, again, don't say no to their term on that. Number 3, once again, this gets it so we don't have to wait for annual meetings to get our voices heard. We can do written consent, and we can get ourselves heard with the majority of the company, of shareholders writing it. Number 4, this makes it so the board right now currently is the only one who can call special meetings. This makes it so we can call special meetings as well. But
So you don't have the Ethans and these little fucking small minorities of stockholders that are going to sit there and annoy AMC, just like they did to judges, and go, we need this now, blah, but every fucking other day they're bitching and moaning, and I need a special meeting, I need a special, nope, they don't want to deal with that. So they need at least 20% of the voting power to request a special meeting. This is a good thing. This is what we want. We want people that have high percentage of voting power in the company to be able to call the meetings, not just the board members. This gives us more power. Once again, you want number 4. Number 3, you want number 3. This gives us more say. We're not just heard once a year. You can be heard all year round. Amazing. Amazing. Fuck number 2. Number 1, amazing. 1 class, 1 year term. Perfect. 5. Wait, we're on 4? No, 5. Stick it up your ass. Hell no, 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 no. Never gonna say no enough. Nope. They can be liable. You break it, you buy it. I don't care. If your only argument is, oh, we can do our job and have no worries. Do your job and you won't have to worry anyways, period. If you're not breaking it, you're not buying it. Help you recruiting. You guys already say to us, we already get the best high quality executives, and you do. So why do you need to worry about, well, help us recruit people? I don't give a fuck. Nope. Nope. Hell no. No times 10 million. Fuck no. Joke of a stupid ass. Number 6. This is the accounting firm. Again, just say yes. It's a quick fucking... It's more headache than it's not. Let's just say that. And we need a headache because we need to focus on a lot of other things. 7. And then I'm going to get into the FTDs. 7, once again, you guys, I'm not going to sit there and say anything on compensation. You determine what you think they did. No one should sway your vote. Do you think management is doing good? Do you think they need more to recruit higher executives? Because again, their argument's going to be, without this, we can't recruit higher executives. Of course, they're going to ask for a raise. But, you've asked for a raise before at your job, and they've told you no. Get performance up. If that's how you feel, you have the ability to be the boss this time, because you are. So use your voice. Now, on top of that, if you say no, I'm going to say one thing on number 7. Again, if we say no to their compensation, if number 3 gets passed, if everything goes great, if Q4 goes amazing, Q1 goes amazing, and you're like, you know what, we feel that they need to get their compensation, we now have the ability with Q3 to give them that. If they need it, if we feel they deserve it down the road, there you go. So, you say what you want to do on number 7. Number 8, again, I'm going to say no to this. I do not want them to have the ability to push off our meetings because they want to get more votes or they don't think enough people have voted. I don't want them to say, hey, we don't like that you don't like one of the things that we want and we want to have an extra more time to convince you. I don't want them to go over and say, you don't like one of our executives, let us delay this a couple months and let us try to convince you he's great. No, if you want our voices to be heard, let them be heard. Do not push us back when you don't want it to be heard. That's how I feel about this filing now. So the last thing I'm going to go over real quick, because what the fuck? If you guys look on 823 here, AMC had 50 fucking million pre-conversion FTDs. What? Look at these FTDs up till they literally, everyone goes, how are they dropping the price? And oh my God, it's the conversion. It's not the conversion. Every single one of your orders went off exchange. And then the ones that didn't, they just FTD'd. The ones that weren't going to, they just fucking FTD'd. 50 million of them. That's almost 51 million. That's 10% of the float. They just went ahead and said, fuck it. I'm going to FTD them all. And then what happens? Minus 50 million. Where'd they all go? Where the fuck did they all go? There was no price action to show that those FTDs were bought and filled. Where the fuck they all go? The people that don't understand this is like fucking after conversion. Oh, we gave them the 40 million. And now that's 400 million pre-conversion. This is 500 million pre-conversion. This is almost 500. God, Jesus. What the fuck? And then they're just gone. Now, how does this happen? Everybody's going, how does this happen? And we went over it last time. And I'm going to show you one more time. Bona fide market makers love it when we're on the fucking threshold list. Because what they can do is pieces of shit can come over, write new fucking ISDA contracts with them, give the appearance that they fucking filled FTDs, and reset the clock. And that's exactly what they're doing. FTDs are going to start jumping again. There was a thing today on Reddit. I'm going to look more into it. I haven't looked into it all the way. But failure to deliver data just came out. You have... Fucking A, I hate when it does this shit. And then it's going to do this every time, too. I fucking hate this goddamn app. Piece of shit. Oh my god. It zooms in on everything but the fucking image. Love it, dude. Fuck it. Jesus Christ. So, there's a whole bunch. If you guys look, there's AMC ZZZ, there's AMC XXX. You guys pull up the FTD data here. I should pull it up. I was just being lazy as fuck. I'm downloading it. Now, one of the things is if you ever look at this, and you know, you guys, I always talk about the CNS program because I tell you guys all the time, FTDs and everything, they happen through the CNS program. And that's why when you look at this and you download the fucking FTD data, it's called CNS fails. Continuous net settlement fails. That is what that means. That is why I talk about this to you guys all the time. You have the DTCC CNS fucking program. This is where everything fucking happens. This is how they cheat. This is how they can get away with everything. This is how they hide things. This is how... Listen to this. I'm going to show you something that should make you go, what the living fuck? Benefits. Now think about this. If I am a bona fide market maker, this means 100% of the time. Now, I'm going to read this out just so you guys can go ahead and listen to this. While CNS deliveries are automatically made using member depository positions, members can exempt certain short positions to avoid segregation violations and effectively meet other delivery needs. In other words, they can take out of the CNS program if they have other delivery needs. Well, the only time you have other delivery needs is from an order. So if they ever have an order, they can short that order, use it. Like I told you guys, the short exempts, this is where they fill them all up. This is where all of the FTDs come. This is it. And nobody looks into the fucking CNS program. Everything is done through this. I showed you guys that all those documentations on the CNS program, there's billions and billions of hidden bodies in this program. And who's guarding it? The DTCC, the fucking bankers. They're in control of the vault. Well, who's the most corrupt fucking pieces of shit? JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. That's who's in charge of this. Oh, along with Citadel, Virtue, they are in charge of this. Read the stuff they can do. Listen to this. Regardless of volume, they can take, no matter all of their security obligations, they don't give a living fuck. And you put it into one net long and one short position. Because they take out, and what they took out, they're now short. But inside the system, they're fucking long it. So they owe it to the system, but not the fucking market. It turns it into one position of a net value because that's what it goes off. All it cares is netting. And this is what I've been showing everybody. Netting, netting. Oh, who fucking cares? What's the big deal of netting? And then I show you, what do you mean what's the big deal of netting? Look at the bank's netting fucking volume. Look at the bank's netting volume. It skyrocketed. Through binary netting. This is where it all fucking happens. We're flying way back up again. It's all a fucking joke. It's all just values. They don't care about the fucking securities. They care about the value. It's net settlement. Continuous net settlement. It's in the name. It's in the name. It's a fucking joke. Read more into these. Look at, they even get cash dividends, stock dividends, bond interest. They get it all. They still get paid all this shit. Closing failed positions are marked to market daily and re-netted with new transaction, which reduces risk. What? These guys are fucking, like I said, all these guys, read this shit. Read all of this shit. Like I said, how does 50 million FTDs go away in one day? No price action. That's like 500 million post conversion going away in one, getting filled in one day. Getting filled in one day. The spike that should have happened from this, anything they can fucking do. I told you guys, anything they can do to raise capital. When we're about to raise capital, they will fucking turn it to max volume. Because if AMC raises enough capital to get out of fucking debt, not only do they lose, AMC poses such a systematic risk to the entire fucking United States at this point. If they lose, they're so fucked. It's not even funny. It's unreal. It's fucking unreal. On top of that, a lot of people are sitting here, you know, at first I was kind of against the wine, you know, and your own brewery and all of this stuff and doing your own liquor there. And a lot of people are, oh, who cares? Liquor makes a fucking killing. Now, bars make a massive amount. Restaurants make a massive amount. They don't make their own liquor and then sell it in their own bars. The margin on that is going to be unfucking real. AMC, to make their own craft, to make their own thing with vodka. And this is the thing. You make a vodka up there. They have all the pops. You make your own vodka. You suddenly have how many different types of drinks that you're gaining your own. Now they have all those slushies. They have all those new slushies. Go have a vodka slushie. Guess what? AMC's making a massive killing on that. I told you guys, yeah, I know I wanted us to make more than 325 million. I know I did. We all wanted to. I thought we'd make at least 370, and we were below my mark. But to take $5 million and to make your own distillery, create your own vodka, you can have vodka created in 7 days. There are vodkas that can be created in 7 days. You can get a distillery up in a month or two, and in 1 quarter have your own brand vodka going out to your own place, to your own theaters. And it doesn't cost that much. So if you take that 325 million because you shored up your books and you start creating massive new revenue streams like this, that is turning that 325 million into massive positivity. And this is what we need them to do. Just create massive revenue streams. People, one thing that they are doing, and I will give the board credit for this, they're kicking the middleman out in their entire industry, in their entire company. Guess what? These Paramount, these studios, they don't want to come out with the movies, content. So what is he doing? Fine, I'll go create my own content. We'll go make movies. We'll go get concerts. Fine, I'll go ahead and partner with Rotten Tomato. We get all of their fucking movies. They have the rights to all those older movies. Yeah, they're older movies, but it's still content. He's going out, he's getting his own content. On top of that, you got popcorn, he's making his own candy. They got food. They're basically kicking the baby, stop. I don't know why he has to keep, like, grabs my blanket on my chair and he's, like, ripping me as I'm talking. So funny. Sorry about that. But they're partnering with the NFL. Now think about this. I mean, not NFL, college. They're partnering with the NCAA right now. Imagine if you have private showings of college football games and you're serving them your own beer. You're gonna make a killing on serving them your own beer during football games. Well, if the NFL looks over and sees that they're killing it, guess what? The NFL will be next. They're gonna go and say, well, fuck it. Now, can you imagine NFL games Sunday mornings? Sunday mornings when you can see in the box office is a little slower Sunday mornings. Well, that's a time period where AMC goes, well, if we could put fucking NFL football there, holy shit, then serve them our own food and our own alcohol. That's massive. That's a huge revenue stream. And all of a sudden, there you go. You're getting more content. You're getting college football games. Hopefully, NFL games soon. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, they're continuously kicking the middleman out. And that's what you want to do. They're being their own distributor. Instead of going to a distributor, they're becoming one. Imagine if they keep doing this with more concerts. So, I mean, they're coming up with new revenue streams every single time you turn around. They got slushies. There's always something new coming out. So, I will give them that. But like I said, these FTDs, if you guys, this number is unfucking fathomable. This number is unheard of. 10% of the float was FTD'd in one fucking day. 10% of the float was FTD'd in one day, and in one day it disappeared. And there was zero price action. If you don't think there's manipulation out there, and you're looking at me going, whoa, this tells you more than you will ever need to know. They filled 50 million fucking shares that they couldn't find. They FTD'd them off. And what happened to them? Because I can tell you one thing. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Give me 1 second. But I can tell you one thing. When these 50 million FTDs were bought, that means the supply went up. So these guys definitely, they sold, by selling these to the market, they dropped the price. Because on top of that, they were creating extra supply while shorting it at the same time. While they were front running. Doing all their good stuff. While they were spoofing, FTDing, and shorting as hard as they ever could. Because they said, if AMC raises money at $19 like they should have, $20 like they should have, it's over. I'm telling you guys, if we would have raised it like we should have, it would have been over for them. They would have been completely fucked. They are scared shitless of this, and I'll always show you the data every time, and I'll keep showing you they got to cheat harder than ever. I mean, we have never seen this number. Never. Not even have we never seen that number. Why can't it go up? Oh, this has never hit that number. We've never even been close to it. Like I said, we have never hit that. Ever. 50 fucking 1 million. What a joke. So again, if you guys don't think this stock is manipulated, if you don't think they're cheating, if you don't think they're scared of AMC raising cash, if you guys are mad every time I come on here saying, guys, we need to raise money, we need to do this with the bonds, we need to go support the company, and everyone goes, I'm giving them all my money. I get it. I know. It fucking sucks. I get it. I'm fucking in it with you. I know it sucks. But they're going to keep throwing money at it and cheating. And eventually, it gets to the point where they can't keep throwing money at it and cheating. It's too fucking far gone. We can't just say, all right, we've thrown enough. I've showed you guys forever, you're climbing Mount Everest, you're in a battle. We're going to have to support our investment. It's part of the process. It's the most important part of the process. Look at Tesla. Everybody thought they were going to go down. They needed to make all this fucking capital. That's what we need to do. We need to turn around fundamentally. When we do that, good things start to happen. So everybody that wants to knock the Taylor Swift, the alcohol, everything, like I said, start looking into statistics on what that can actually bring into the theater. Look at them cutting cash burn. Now all of a sudden we don't need to hit 2.6, 2.7 billion to be getting profitable. And that's the other thing that people aren't even looking at. It's like, here's the thing too. Long-term AMC, long-term investing on AMC. If you just look at just look at the box office numbers before. You had twice the amount of movies. AMC is going to be, when the box office is fully returned, because they have to fully return at some point. You can't tell me there's always going to be for the next 10, 5, 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, COVID lurking, a writer's strike, this, that. No, they're going to return. And when they do return, AMC is going to have their own everything. Everything. They're going to be partnered with everybody. And here's the thing that, it's like, look at the future. Look at what that showed us. Disney's losing so many. I've already showed you guys their cancelizations. Disney's losing so many fucking people. It's disgusting how much money they're losing on that end. They already had to show one of their Star Wars. I think it's Ashoka. I think is the name. I don't watch them, but something like that. It's one of their biggest things right now for their Star Wars films. And they had to show an episode in AMC theaters because they needed to help make up the loss of these cancelizations. Eventually, these guys are going to look over and say, well, we can't just keep doing this shit. You're going to see more people partnering with AMC than just Vudu down the road. I truly believe you're going to see some of these streaming services come over because they're going to go over and say, hey, we can have these streaming services, or I can put my movies out on an AMC service type thing, or combined type thing like that, or they already said they're going to start putting their movies out inside of theaters. So like I said, eventually here, that's going to lead to more content and getting back to 300-400 movies a quarter. Well, when you're at 300-400 movies a quarter, we're talking 4, 5, 6 billion. We already know AMC's profitable at 2 billion. AMC's going to be fucking killing it down the line. And that's not even counting the concerts and everything else that they get into. It's just weathering this storm right now because, like I said, we had a balance sheet problem that was so fucking bad. And we had a plague in our foot, and it was coming up our leg, and everyone wanted to act like, oh, it's just no big deal. Yeah, you had to cut that plague off. It was going to be nasty, and it was going to be hard for a little bit after. There was adjustment time. I told you right away, we're going to cut Billy's leg off. But Billy's going to need to take some time to adjust to having a leg cut off. He's going to need to take some time to learn how to walk on fucking crutches. You remember this story? He can't go get your leg cut off and tell me that the next day you're walking, you're all good to go and everything's fine. No, it's going to take some adjusting period. Right now, they're fucking with our shit. They're destroying it with FTDs. They're doing everything on that back end just to fuck with your mentality. Because like I said, it's always darkest before the dawn. AMC is at an all-time low. Where else can we go from? We're getting more and more revenue stream. Everything's coming together. Like I said, we're getting concerts. AMC will be profitable in Q4. We're going to be profitable this quarter. But we still need to smash the box office. We still need to smash the box office this quarter. But they didn't think AMC themselves said we weren't going to be profitable until next year. Well, we're already proving them wrong. Next year, we should be very profitable. Especially if he does what I think he's going to do with these concerts. Even if he gets 5, 6, could you imagine if he got Eminem? See, that's the thing that with these concerts that people aren't realizing. If I'm a celebrity and I did a concert, because that's how most of these celebrities make their money is through concerts. Well, if I look over and I say, hey, I'm going to make 80, 90 million in a concert, or I looked over at Taylor Swift's deal, and just to make a movie on the same damn concert I'm going to do anyways, she made an extra 200, 300 million. You're going to get people going, well, fuck, I could go do 1 or 2 of these concerts, make 300 fucking million, and then just go back. You could get people like an Eminem coming out. Could you imagine if Eminem did a concert? Jesus. I'm not saying he's gonna, but stuff like that. You're opening up to so many other people, these celebrities going, I can make a year's salary in one AMC movie concert. I'm going to go fucking make sure I do one of those. Everybody's waiting to see the Taylor Swift numbers. And when they do, and it's hundreds and hundreds of millions going to Taylor Swift, every single one of these artists are going to want to come up and make one of these. I'm telling you. Billy's still alive. Billy's still alive, dude. He got his foot cut off. Billy, we just gave him some crutches with the 325. We're gonna get ourselves some distilleries. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves some alcohol, sell it in our own theaters, make a fucking 75% margin on them. Love life. Like I said, as long as he takes that 325, starts putting it into smart investments, he can turn $4 million into an alcohol business, 4 or 5 million into a distillery that can support his companies. Dude, you're feeling pretty fucking good. You're feeling pretty fucking good. But like I said, these FTDs tell the entire story on AMC. 51 million FTDs almost. 51 million FTDs. 10% of your entire float in one day. In one day, the entire float, 10% was FTD'd. Everybody's saying, where's all these buys going? Why does it say 70, 80, 70, or 80, 20, 79, 21 buys, 84 fucking 16 buys every day? Where are they all going? They all went to the FTD pit called 50 fucking 1 million shares. 10% of the float was FTD'd at one point in one day. Yes, it's a running number, but still, it started in the beginning of the fucking week. Oh, conversion news is coming. Oh, FTDs mounting to numbers we've never fucking seen, getting to the highest we've ever seen in our lives. It's never been this high. And in one day, it never been that low. Where did it go? Where did it go? All right. I got like 7 minutes, but just in case, do you guys want me to do a quick recap on the proposal, or you heard it all? Like I said, look at the continuous net settlement. Look into the CNS program. I'm going to go ahead and pop this into the chat. If you don't believe netting's a big deal, here's the bank's numbers and netting who are in control of it. That is in the chat as well. If you guys want to look at the FTD, the DD that they did on Reddit here's that. They found a couple. They think that they're hiding them in this AMC ZZZZ and AMC XXX. I'm going to go ahead and look into that here in a minute. I just haven't had time. If you guys want to look at FTD data from the SEC, here is their link there. Go down to the middle of the page. You will see late second half August. Go ahead and click on that and download it. It will come into a Word file. And it will end up looking like this. So you can go ahead and look at AMC XXX. As you guys can see here, there's an AMC XXX that they believe that they're hiding them in. There's a ZZZ as well. They say that they think that the FTDs, which I said here, 66 million of them. And that was on the 24th. So they think that they hid those in these ZZZs. And they haven't translated the FTDs over to the new QSIP ID. Which that could be the case, as they're trying to hide them and do their bullshit and be like, see, look, we covered them all. And then they'll come flying back. So I'm not going to hold my breath on these staying this low very long. I'm honestly not. I think these are going to come flying back in. But, like I said, if this doesn't tell you the story on how they manipulated the price down, I don't know what to tell you. They're going to cheat. Their only goal is to make us not be able to raise AMC, to make them not raise enough capital. Now, one of the things... No, I'll get into that later. We'll get into that once when number 3, if number 3 passes, we'll get into something else later I want to talk about that we can try as shareholders. I'm not going to... Every time I bring up a new idea, it seems like everyone... You have all these crybaby shills going fucking nuts. I'm not even going to deal with them today. I'm going to take a week off of that. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, I haven't had time to look at it. I was just showing everybody what people were saying, and then I'm glad you already looked into it. But yeah, I'll look into that. You want to get back? I gotta go to work here. I'm almost done with my lunch break here. What's up, Tony? How are you doing, buddy?
So I'll just do one last recap before I go. Like I said on the proposals, if you guys don't understand them, just do them as basic as I possibly can, as fast as I possibly can. Quickest overlap, number one. This puts, right now they have different tier type systems. You have people that have 1 year terms, 2 year terms, 3 year terms. A lot of them are currently in 3 year terms. This puts them all in one class. That one class will be a 1 year annual term. This means that the board members will be up for election every year. This will hold them more accountable. This will make them need to do more action. Like I said, think of politicians. How much harder would they work if they were up for election every single year instead of having 3 years? This is a good thing. We definitely want number one. Number two, this goes ahead and basically sets the clock of the 1 year term on these people. You're going ahead and saying yes to them. If you don't like an individual, you can vote them out. I know a lot of people, like I said, there's a couple of people on here that they do not like. Just going to go ahead and highlight them a little bit. But, you know, do what you want to do on that, on voting them in, but that resets their clock. Number three, this gives us the power to do written change, so we don't have to sit here and wait all year round. We can be heard all year round instead of being heard once a year at an annual meeting. By doing this, we can write, if we get enough written consent, we can vote in change policies without having to wait for them to have an annual meeting, which means that they can do proposals. We can affect change quicker. We don't have to sit there and wait. AMC can do things a lot faster as well. So I highly recommend saying yes on number three. Number four, this gives us the ability to call the special meetings. Right now, currently, the board members only have the ability to do the special meetings. But like I was telling you guys before, they don't want groups of Ethans where you have small minorities sitting there nonstop fucking wasting their time every single day saying, I need a special meeting, I need a special meeting. No, you need to have 20% in a voting power to be able to have this. So you can't have these annoying people, like I said, constantly wasting their time. I couldn't imagine how much time Ethan would fucking waste for AMC. Number five is an absolute no. Absolute fucking no. They can be liable for everything. I don't give a fuck. They say that this will help them with recruiting. It'll help them do their job if they don't have to worry about lawsuits. No, absolutely not. Fuck no. Number six. Number six is the accounting firm. Again, this is just a yes. Just say yes. We don't want them to have a headache of having to switch accounting firms and go through all of that. We need their focus on everything else going forward, on creating new revenue streams, on managing the company. Doing this is going to be a whole big fucking bullshit. Just say yes on number six. It's way not worth trying to do that right now. Number seven, this is their composition. This is their pay. If you guys want to give them the raise, their stock, this is all that. Again, you guys vote how you want to vote. I'm not going to say anything, but like I said, if we say no now, if we say yes to the written consent, we can give them it later as well. We don't have to wait till next year. You can say give them a couple quarters, whatever you want to do. They're going to say that we need this to recruit better executives. They're going to say that they want their raise, blah, blah, blah. If we want to keep having really good people stay in the company, we need this, we need that. If you think they haven't earned it, then they haven't earned it. This gives them the ability to, if they need to postpone, if they don't have enough votes in something that they really want to do, if they don't have enough people voting and they want to wait to say, hey, we want more of the company to feel more voting, more saying, more shareholders, we can push a meeting off, and then we can try and persuade you. We can adjourn it to another date. This, like I said, I'm a no on right now because at this point, I don't see, if we can do the written consent and everything else, there's no reason for them to suddenly say, well, we need to postpone a meeting, because I feel like this is something that they could use against us, to where if they didn't like a ruling that we wanted to do, if they didn't get the feeling that they were going to get a yes, they can go ahead and postpone things to try and convince us. If an executive, they thought maybe an executive was going to get fired, they can go ahead and postpone it. I don't want them to make us wait on things that we want done. So right now I'm a no on number 8, and I'm a no on number 5. I'm a yes on number 6. I am a yes on number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty. I gotta get going though. I'm already gonna be late, like a minute or two. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you. I just wanted everybody to do just a quick little thing on these proposals so everybody just knew what they were voting on. Thank you guys. Have a good day.